Is my truck misfiring? What is making it shake, hesitate, or the check engine light flash? What it really means and why you shouldn't ignore it. A misfire is not a glitch. It's a red flag that your engine is not firing correctly. And if you ignore it, you're risking serious damage. Whether you're feeling your truck stumble under acceleration, hearing it idle rough at a stoplight, or watching the check engine light flash, those symptoms are all pointing to the same thing. Your engine's combustion cycle is breaking down. When caught early, most misfires can be fixed quickly and affordably. But if left untreated, they can lead to catalytic converter failure, internal engine damage, and costly repairs that could have been avoided. So what is a misfire? Every engine runs on precision. Air and fuel enter the cylinder, get compressed, and are ignited by a spark. This explosion powers your truck forward. A misfire occurs when that cycle fails in one or more cylinders. That failure creates an imbalance. The engine shakes, power drops, fuel is wasted, and unburned fuel can flow into the exhaust system, causing temperature spikes that destroy emission components. Some of the signs that your truck is misfiring might be rough or shaking idle, sudden hesitation when accelerating, loss of power, especially under load or towing, a flashing or solid check engine light, decreased fuel efficiency, hard starts, or frequent stalling. If your check engine light is flashing, it means your misfire is severe and could destroy your catalytic converter. It's critical to get your vehicle inspected immediately. Common causes would be your ignition system failure, worn spark plugs, failing ignition coils, cracked coil boots. Those are the leading causes of the misfires. And these components degrade over time due to heat, vibration, and exposure to oil or moisture, especially in high mileage or hard-working trucks. Fuel delivery issues. A clogged injector, restricted fuel filter, or a weak fuel pump can prevent fuel from reaching the cylinder in the proper amount. And when the air-fuel mixture is too lean, the cylinder misfires, especially during acceleration or towing. You can have vacuum leaks or air intake problems, cracked vacuum hoses, bad intake manifold gaskets, or faulty PCV valves. Positive crankcase ventilation valves allow extra air into the engine that wasn't measured by the sensors. That throws off the air-fuel balance and causes rough idling and misfires. You've got sensor malfunction and ECU confusion. Engines rely on accurate readings from sensors like oxygen sensor, MAF, crankcase, crankshaft, positioning sensors. When those sensors send incorrect data, the engine mistimes the spark or injects too much or too little fuel, leading to intermittent or persistent misfires. Internal mechanical damage. When the misfire isn't solved by replacing plugs or injectors, it may be mechanical. Worn piston rings, burned valves, or low compression due to head gasket failure can also cause a cylinder to misfire regardless of the spark or fuel. The reason that misfires can't wait is you can definitely get catalytic converter meltdown. Unburned fuel ignites in the converter, overheating and melting it. Oxygen sensor contamination. Misfires flood the exhaust with incomplete combustion gases that foul your oxygen sensors, your O2 sensors, triggering more issues. Low or loss of fuel efficiency. One misfiring cylinder can reduce overall mileage by 10 to 30%. Increased wear and tear. Engine vibration and carbon buildup lead to premature valve and piston wear. Internal engine failure. Long-term misfires create detonation, hot spots, and poor lubrication, damaging bearings, rods, and more. And then wire misfires are more complicated in modern trucks. Nowadays, you got so many more things it's not even funny. You got turbocharging. You got direct injection. You got cylinder deactivation. It's an 8-cylinder, but it only runs on 4 cylinders. and it's supposed to. It saves gas that way once it gets moving. Variable valve timing, adaptive spark and fuel management. These systems can compensate for minor issues at first, masking early misfires. By the time symptoms show up, deeper damage may have already been occurring. Generic scan tools or code readers can't reveal the full story. So, going down to your local parts store or your local transmission shop and getting your free code read can lead to huge problems sometimes because it does not give you the full story. Proper diagnosis requires specialized tools and a technician who understands how these systems work together. And what a proper misfire diagnostic looks like is live scan diagnostics, accessing misfire counters, fuel trims, sensor data, freeze frame events to understand what the engine is experiencing. Ignition system testing using lab scopes to inspect spark plug voltage, coil resistance, and engine waveform. Fuel system evaluation, checking fuel pressure, fuel injector pulse width, flow balance, spray patterns under load, vacuum and intake testing, smoke tests with pressure checks to identify unmetered air or intake leaks, compression and leak down testing, verifying internal mechanical health of each cylinder, on-road monitoring, simulating real-world driving to catch intermittent or load-sensitive misfires that don't show up in the bay. Don't let misfire turn into a major repair. If your truck is misfiring, even occasionally, get it checked. What might be a $100 spark plug today could be a $1,500, $2,500, $5,000, and then think about it. You could be replacing your motors, and you do not want to get into how much a motor costs nowadays. So I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Find a local automotive repair shop that you can trust. The ones that that I'm attached to, you definitely can trust. And you definitely need to build a relationship, and you need to trust them, and they need to trust you. The relationship definitely goes both ways. Stay safe, stay strong.